The kidnapped victim, Janki Sati Karen, has been found alive.
A Sunday outing turned into a heart-stopping moment at Movitown Carousel Park, but it was the heroic actions of one brave father that prevented tragedy.
That's right, Bavita. Tonight, calls are mounting for national recognition after a dramatic rescue was caught on camera, showing a 4-year-old boy clinging to a moving Ferris wheel, and the man who risked it all to save him.
Otto Carrington has more.
A family outing at Movitown's Carousel Park nearly turned tragic, but one man's brave actions have captured the nation's heart. This viral video shows a terrifying moment when 4-year-old Kuni McShine was lifted into the air after grabbing onto a moving Ferris wheel. The child had excitedly run ahead of his mother during a visit to the park and somehow ended up clinging to the side of the ride. The CCTV footage showed the panic and the pandemonium among staff and the child's mother. His mother, Melissa Taylor, told CNC3 News she had just purchased a $200 ticket package and was preparing to board with her son and her other children when he darted toward another ride.
Mommy, are we going this one? We want this one, so we stand up on, which one you want to go on? Stand up on the ride here. And like apparently it went up.
CCTV footage showed moments before the child was taken up in the Ferris wheel and attendants tried to activate the emergency stop, even grabbing the child's legs, but he wouldn't let go. That's when 33-year-old Akili Fiends, a father of 2 from Diego Martin, jumped into action. The Fiends, who had just come off the ride with his daughters, passed them to a bystander and began climbing the metal structure with no harness or safety gear.
It was strenuous. It was not easy. I easily tried up, trying to navigate through steel and pull myself up on that kind of stuff. When I was able to reach him, over him, I was able to grab him with one hand, brace myself with one hand, right, and then kind of hug him and brace myself after and open the bucket for him.
Since the video surfaced, social media users have been praising the Fiends for his efforts, with some calling for him to receive a national award, including the prestigious Hummingbird Medal for his bravery.
I think that that's me as a person.
And some people have been social media asking the possibility of you receiving a national award.
Okay, well, of course I welcome that. A national award is a great accomplishment.
Movitown has confirmed the incident and commended the Fiends for his bravery. The company said in a statement that it is extremely relieved that the child was unharmed. Movitown said with the July-August school vacation in full swing, the company is urging parents and guardians to remain vigilant around rides and attractions.
Yes, Pastor Bogo.
CNC3 News.
This is your friend from the UK. I'm trying to get up to you. Probably last time I came to England,
Friday's announcement of a state of emergency. First, January Korea last year has suggested the possible use of culture and caveats to address some of the social issues affecting the nation's youth. Last year, speaking at the closing ceremony of the president's countdown at the President's House on Friday.
Nobody is saying that the solution to crime lies exclusively in our country's Spaniards. But what does it take to open ourselves to the possibility that a model of positive social and cultural interaction, such as that presented by the Spaniard, just might also be a valuable initiative to assist the country's efforts?
And Education Minister Dr. Michael Dowland, who also spoke at the event, says the United Economist Dr. Woodfast highlighted the Panyard as a potential source of economic development.
It was in his view a platform for economic growth and development. He recognized its potential to foster civic harmony and community collaboration, while also engaging what he called sleeping resources and native incubation.
The camp, which was held for 5 days, featured 25 young participants aged 12 to 18 from several youth organizations.
It's time to recap tonight's headlines. Lawyers granted virtual access to Rajia Ali days after transfer to military custody under the state of emergency.
Suspect attitude. Council
You just
In
take
sport,
care
the Aussies companies had uncomplicated chase in the first T20 after the West Indies a low order failed.
To do some meeting I have to go to, but in a good year, your voice again back on the program. But when you get a message, you can give me a shout out, and if you could call me through the program, I could be up, to listen to you a little bit, But anyway, you have a blessed day, and keep the fire burning, we talk again. Have a blessed day, and cheers.
There you go.
Was that you saying to me?
No, they're saying we're gonna start now?
Yes, I'm gonna start now. Alright, good evening, Trinidad and Tobago. Good evening to those of you locked on to Constructive Talk. Yep, I am here with you this evening, and we have a ticket to give away today. Alright, this evening we have a ticket to give away on Constructive Talk, and the number to call to get your ticket, is 464-7003, 464-7003, 464-7003. That is the number you can call now to win your ticket. Win your ticket. Come on, call and win yourself a ticket this evening. Hello, good evening. All right, hold on. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Pastor Google.
Hi, good evening, ma'am. You're calling to win yourself a ticket. Have listened to me on the phone, eh?
Yes, sir.
Yes, I'll call to win a ticket. I
All
hope
right.
I can answer your question.
All right. Okay. Where are you calling me from, if you don't mind me asking?
Barataria.
Okay, you will come to San Fernando for the event?
If I have to, yes.
Yeah, man, that'll be nice. That'll be real nice. Okay, so the question is, what time is the event starting?
8 o'clock?
No, I really want you to come to the event. I really want you to come to this event. Alright, let me see if I can ask you another question. So you don't know what time the event started?
Actually, I just tuned in.
Okay.
So,
Well, I just played the
already
ad, you know, I just showed the ad this now. Let me see if I can ask another question. Where the event is being held? Hello? Hello? Oh my, you hung up. I really want you to come to the event, man. Alright, let's take some calls. 464-7003. 464-7003. That is the number you can call. Call the number now. Win yourself a ticket to Uhuru 7. Alright, it's happening this Saturday. It's happening this Saturday. Uhuru 7. So we're taking your calls. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Good afternoon, Google.
Hi, good evening, ma'am. How are you?
I'm fine.
All right.
Calling from Mbaka.
You're calling from Mbaka there?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
All right. So tell me, when is the event?
Saturday, the 26th, City Hall.
Oh, gosh. Well, here now. All right. You win the ticket, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
You win the ticket.
All right, thank you.
So how can I, because this number you're calling me from, I know that you will, I can't call you back. I can call you back on that number?
Yes, you can.
All right, so I'll call you back on this number. All right?
Okay, you can call me WhatsApp though.
Yeah, I'll call you on WhatsApp.
Okay, thank you, Google.
You're most
I'm here
welcome.
listening.
Thank you very much. It's Mbaka.
Okay, sir.
All right then, thank you for calling.
Okay.
Okay then, bye. So good evening again to those of you joining me on YouTube and on Facebook. Thank you very, very much for being a part. So those of you on YouTube, are you hearing me? And those of you on Facebook, are you hearing me properly? Just type yes for me.
Say how we keep on growing older. Charity no longer on display. Instead of a hat like some folder, it's getting more scary every day. Babies owning a dumpster. Oh, granny, we creating monsters. This we can't escape. Humanity's dying. Savagery restore. Time to defrost ice and make hearts stop. Hear me, Father. I need us come to face this crisis. Got through crime and all injustice. Bring hope to the lost and hopeless. To be the voice and the voiceless. Today and tomorrow. To speak to the mighty. Those who bear the crown. hustling the dust. We see a president that none can trust. Heavenly Father, I need a song to face this crisis. To save the nation. To run out all the clown races. All of inspiration. To bring strength to all the helpless. Children of the ghetto. To be the eyes of the sightless. Today and tomorrow. For those who don't have plenty. A song to make them strong. All who barely empty. To help them hold on. In this time of anguish. In these days of pain. To help make country ease and breathe again. I need a song of brain, Father. Give me a song. Jehovah Jireh, Jehovah Rapha. You are my song of brain, Father. Give me a song. Jehovah Jireh, Jehovah Rapha. You are for souls who sick and down with cancer.
So this time is sponsored by Yak and Friends, and they present to you Uhuru 7. Uhuru 7 is happening at City Hall, San Fernando at 3 p.m. sharp. So you want to thank Yak and Friends. We want to thank them very, very much for sponsoring the first half an hour on the program. So if you have something you want me to advertise for you, you can contact me. I see there's a friend, a young lady from Tobago who already reached out to me, and you normally see the video at the end of the program, where if you're interested in getting a villa and somewhere to stay in Tobago, yeah, she is she's just taken some time on Constructive Talk. So you will be hearing from her in a short. Sometime this week I will have her on the line, giving you all some more information about the place that she has for those of you to come and stay in Tobago. Yep, so again we want to thank Yak and Friends who are presenting to you Uhuru 7 at City Hall, San Fernando on Saturday the 26th, which is this Saturday. Yep, it's this Saturday. It's happening this Saturday. We have good artists coming through. One of the persons I will be singing is Mr. Nigel O'Connor. We are expecting to have Miss Karina She.
Revenge guns exacting, police commissioner still acting trim. They go
we had a winner this evening. And that winner was from Mbakade. Yeah, man. San Fernando person. I really wanted that person from Sawa to win too, eh? So that person from Sawa, make sure and call in tomorrow, eh?
What is happening to our nation? So I pray this one in action will propel us into action. The time is now. We have to take our country back while these monsters flow. We cannot run from their attack. That is why I'm still saying time to stand up and be counted. Our young girls, they're being hunted, not for jobs by institutions, but by clubs for prostitution. While from you guys, some arranging on the seas, cargo exchanging in the Gulf, drugs, guns, and women, and the Coast Guard cannot stop entering Lagos. The time is now. Look how the world already tell them talk is cheap. Because in the world when we have to read, before more of our daughters step out to serve. Because of this world when we have to read. Time to stand up and be counted. We must defeat this threat that's mounted. We cannot wait for no messiah. Like the rock fiddling through the fire. But while the flames we keep romancing, the grim reaper keeps advancing across the land. It casts his shadow, slashing victims through the marrow. The time is now. Look how the price we pay in don't see why some labor keep it up in the world. Then we have to read. We need a fresh new proof for a broad crime. So we must stop this world. We have to read. Save all and Trinidad and Tobago.
You know, every time I hear that song, I think it just really moves me. Really, really moves me to think about how our country is going, eh? But again, we want to thank Yak and Friends for sponsoring the first half an hour on Constructive Talk, man. We want to thank them very, very, very much.
Me
So good afternoon or good evening again to everyone locked on the live. Here now, there's never a dull moment in this country, you know. Never a dull moment. Yeah. I say to myself, you know, I'm coming to deal with that SOE. I plan to deal with this SOE. I get Kaiso, all kind of thing about the SOE. Will you hear me? I get Kaiso, all kind of thing about the SOE, you know. All kind of thing I get. Kaiso. Anybody know when this song was written? Anybody know when this song was sung? Anybody out there know when this song, who's singing this song? Who sang this song? And then anybody call in and tell me who sang this song. And tell me when it, if you know when it was sung.
The man started acting like Minister of Security. Sammy remain out of sight. Conspicuous by his silence, his obscurity. As they power up, that raised the alarm.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, that's Michelle Henry.
When was it sung?
That's for the last SOE under the People's Partnership.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, sir.
No problem.
With top long jump and admit assassins left in the country. They planned to kill me, some say we could fall on camera, but don't tell me Chandra Sharma. They thought it would stick like lovely, but it just burned down like party. Assassination was. Is it an assassination plot? Or a plot of someone's sick imagination? Assassination plot.
the live, no boy. Like you, like ole really in tune. So I went and talked to my partner. I said, Bridget, what song, boy? What song that would really reflect what it is happening in Trinidad and Tobago? And he sent me this song. So I tune up the song, ready to go with the song, thinking that this song is so applicable to what's going on. All you know, I'm trying to find this song where the lady sing this year. Is this year she sang this song about Dr. Rowley? And she telling, she was saying something to Miss Bisasa about the only man and the only man. I'm trying to find that song. I can't find this song. I can't remember the name of the song. But I can't remember the name of the song. I can't remember the name of the artist. But I know some of you are so bright now. Some of you are real bright. So I know some of you might find the song and send it for me. It's a song from a lady who sang about the only man who could beat she or something. So it wasn't physical. It was about, the election and stuff like that. So I was looking for that song. Can't find it. If anybody could find it for me, I will appreciate it a whole lot. But so the SOE, let me deal with the SOE a little bit. Right? Let's deal with the SOE a little bit now.
Assassination. Was it an assassination plot or a plot taken without action?
Alright, so yeah, so if anybody find that song for me, try to remember the lady who sang this song too, I think it's Peters, something Peters. The name just came back to me there, something Peters. I can't remember her full name, something Peters. But she sang this song and I said, hey, I would like to play that song this evening. And I love to play that song this evening. But what can I say? But if somebody find it for me, I'll appreciate it. If anybody can find it for me, then well, I'll have to do with what I have. So, the SOE. We haven't yet heard from Ms. Bisasa physically. We haven't yet heard from Ms. Bisasa physically, so we don't know what's really going on. So there are people still kind of questioning about this SOE and what's the real reason for this SOE, because John Jeremy just disrespectful out of place. Yeah, just say that. Yeah, he's very disrespectful out of place. I know somebody would have said he's very okay, I can't say that word. I can't say that word on my life. But he's very disrespectful. Very, very, very disrespectful. So, this evening, the SOE was a big thing. It's still a big thing. Because when there's an SOE, state of emergency, your rights have been taken away from you as a citizen. We always hear this hullabaloo talk about, it's not for the law-abiding citizens. The law-abiding citizens can relax themselves. The law-abiding citizens, this and that. Yeah, right. Let me tell you something, Let me tell you how people play us for fools. How people try to play us for fools. Let me tell you how people try their best to play us for fools. So the SOE is in force. The commissioner, first to begin, I telling only, watch this commissioner, I tell only, watch this commissioner, only feel I on the man. Only feel I just think, watch this commissioner. Eunice Peters is the woman name. Anybody who could find Eunice Peters song for me, send it for me, please. I sit down here and I get So yeah, I tell you, watch that commissioner, you know. Alright. All you feel is joke I'm making. Watch that commissioner. All will remember this day, you know. And you all will remember my statements, you know. Watch this commissioner of police. Alright. So, the commissioner of police ran out himself and called a press conference to say that he was the one who initiate the discussion or initiate the state of emergency, right? He was the one who did that. We have people quarreling, arguing, and saying it's a different now. It's a different situation with this SOE and the one that Stuart Young would, former Prime Minister Stuart Young would have called. People are saying there's a difference. There's a difference. What is the difference? The difference is the commissioner is the one who would have initiated the discussion or initiated the SOE. There's a difference between the commissioner and former Prime Minister Young. I say, oh, let's stop playing me for fools now. Stop it. Stop playing me for a fool. Because the commissioner back then would have told former Prime Minister Young about the threats back then and would have said to him, hey, you know what? We need to call her. We need to do a state of emergency because X, Y, and Z was happening and he felt as though, she felt as though, hey, we need X, Y, and Z. Okay? Alright? So when people try to take us for fools and say, no, there's a big difference. Is he commissioner? Is he commissioner? Is he commissioner? Is he commissioner? A police? Who was the one that initiated the whole discussion about the SOE? I said, what? So I went back. I said, let me go back and check to see for myself. And don't take Papi Show. Don't take. Let me see if this person keep calling. Let me see if this person have an emergency. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, Pastor Google, the lady name is Alicia Richards.
Who's Alicia?
The lady name is Alicia Richards.
Okay.
There is a lady who sang about Rowley and fighting.
Oh, so it wasn't Peters?
No, Alicia Richards.
Alright, well, if you find it from me, send it from on WhatsApp now.
Right, she's singing San Fernando tent. Palms Club. Not Palms Club, but whatever.
Yeah, sell it from me if you find it.
Okay.
Alright then, thank you. I always thought it was Peters, you know. I thought it was Peters. No, why I thought it was Peters. Alright, so let's play this for you. I want to play something for you here. Listen to this.
This has criticized Dr. Rowley for not attending the press briefing when that was announced to the public. So it's only fair to ask why the Prime Minister's head of the National Security Council is not here and why we haven't really heard from her for the day as yet.
Well, the Prime Minister is about to put out a release. And she's been commanding her troops throughout the night. I'm not sure that she has slept for 2 days.
Will there be a press briefing later with her or just the release?
I'm not sure about a press briefing. I would advise her against it. We've had 2 now for the day.
Also, Also in December 2024, Mrs. Prasad Visesa called the last SOE shameless political gimmick in the context of a high crime rate. And as you said, we've seen a resurgence of violent crime lately. What would you say to that same criticism now?
Well, I mean, it's entirely misfounded. As a lawyer, everything requires a context. We had a situation yesterday. We could not ignore that. The last state of emergency was prompted by, I'm not sure, I hate to say this, but it was prompted by nothing. And I don't wish to politicize this, but I think the Prime Minister at the time was I'm not sure if he was playing golf or if he was attending a party or something like that. I can assure you that the Prime Minister was on the phone with me after midnight last night, and several times during the course of the early morning. And when I spoke to her less than 2 hours ago, she had not slept for at least one night, and possibly two.
So, Olia, honestly, I don't know, I don't know. So take a listen to this.
So what are we saying? That Stuart was right? Because as I recall history,
certain criminal gangs, and I'll leave out the places where at this stage, but I can say throughout Trinidad and possibly Tobago, are likely to immediately increase their brazen acts of violence in reprisal shootings on a scale so extensive that it threatens persons and will endanger public safety.
And then Kamala came out and criticized it, and all the supporters came out and criticized it. What a fact, read the clip.
Rowley Interpol condemned the recently declared state of emergency as a politically motivated stunt, accusing the government of neglecting long-term solutions. Others attributing the SOE to poor planning and public relations rather than genuine concern for citizens' safety.
6 months later,
there are a group of criminals in our society, some of them behind bars and some of them on the outside, form themselves into an amalgamated unit of an organized crime syndicate and intent on wreaking havoc on the good citizens of Trinidad and Tobago.
So in other words, the exact same thing, different messengers, different choice of words, but it's the same thing. And then wholly on social media, if you see them doing mental gymnastics to try and justify why this SOE doesn't need a curfew, while at the same time slamming the last SOE for being a total failure, because in their words, not mine, an SOE without a curfew is a failed SOE because you need the curfew to curtail the movements of criminals at night. It must be mentally and physically taxing to be this level of hypocritical 365 days for the year. And then out of nowhere, random press release from WASA. Nobody asked for this, nobody's even contemplating this. WASA says service to continue during state of emergency. Well, okay. Thanks for a bit of information. I don't think anybody on hearing news over there, so you say, oh God, they're going to cut off water. I don't think so. Random, but thanks for the information. And then you have the conflicting information, because earlier in the day we heard the police commissioner making this statement.
Of another. This has nothing to do, absolutely nothing to do with any particular threat to a politician.
So there was no particular threat to any politician. But then later on in the day, we heard from this drunk sounding guy who I found out was the attorney general because it says over his head. But he had this to say.
Well, I mean, the fact that I am here speaking to you this morning and that half of the building has not been destroyed by a rocket launcher should tell you that we have succeeded in disrupting a plan.
But this man said that there was no plan to target any politician. I'm going to tell you something about this country, eh? Listen to me, come in. Don't take this country too seriously, you'll go mad. Trinidad and Tobago is 90% lies, it's a scam. The whole point of being Trinidad and Tobago is to work just hard enough to acquire enough money that you have a reason, a meaningful reason.
I don't know what to say though. I don't know what to say. I'll play it one more time. Take it one more time. Because I want to hear your views on the SOE and I want to hear your views on why we're not hearing from the Prime Minister. She put out a recording. I don't understand why we have to take a recording of her. Well, it wasn't even of her. It was Jerome Lewis who did the recording. Some people get vexed when I call people names. Alright, so let me call names. So a guy did a recording. But here I was saying, right? Here I was saying. They are trying to take us for fools. They are trying to take us for fools. Why am I saying they are trying to take us for fools? I want you all to listen. Listen one more time to Rambles. So one more time to my boy Rambles.
What are we saying? That Stuart was right? Because as I recall history,
certain criminal gangs, and I will leave out the places where, at this stage, but I can say throughout Trinidad and possibly Tobago, are likely to immediately increase their brazen acts of violence in reprisal shootings on a scale so extensive that it threatens persons and will endanger public safety.
And then Kamala came out and criticized it, and all the supporters came out and criticized. As a matter of fact, run the clip.
Kamala Persad condemned the recently declared state of emergency as a politically motivated stunt, accusing the government of neglecting long-term solutions. Leaders attributing the SOE to poor planning and public relations rather than genuine concern for citizens' safety.
6 months later.
There are a group of criminals in our society, some of them behind bars and some of them on the outside, form themselves into an amalgamated unit of an organized crime syndicate and intent on wreaking havoc on the good citizens of Trinidad and Tobago.
So in other words, the exact same thing, different messengers, different choice of words, but it's the same thing. And then wholly on social media, if you see them doing mental gymnastics to try and justify why this SOE doesn't need a curfew, while at the same time slamming the last SOE for being a total failure, because in their words, not mine, an SOE without a curfew is a failed SOE because you need the curfew to curtail the movements of criminals at night. It must be mentally and physically taxing to be this level of hypocritical 365 days for the year. And then out of nowhere, random press release from WASA. Nobody asked for this, nobody's even contemplating this. WASA says service to continue during state of emergency. Well, okay. Thanks for a bit of information. I don't think anybody on hearing news over there, so you say, oh God, they're going to cut off water. I don't think so. Random, but thanks for the information. And then you have the conflicting information, because earlier in the day we heard the police commissioner making this statement.
Of another. This has nothing to do, absolutely nothing to do with any particular threat to a politician.
So there was no particular threat to any politician. But then later on in the day, we heard from this drunk sounding guy who I found out was the attorney general because it says over his head. But he had this to say.
Well, I mean, the fact that I am here speaking to you this morning and that half of the building has not been destroyed by a rocket launcher should tell you that we have succeeded in disrupting a plan.
But this man said that there was no plan to target any politician. I'm telling you something about this country, eh? Listen to me, come in. Don't take this country too seriously, yo, go mad. Trinidad and Tobago is 90% lies, it's a scam.
So I'm taking your calls. I'm taking your calls. Those of you watching me on Facebook, you are seeing the numbers rolling in front of your screen. The number is 464-7003. Those of you on YouTube, the number also is 464-7003. Hello, good evening.
Pastor Google, good night.
Hi, good evening.
Pastor Google, what is disturbing is since the announcement of this so-called SOE, we have not heard or seen
the Prime Minister,
the Minister, the Homeland Security Minister, or the Minister of Defense.
Right.
And I am asking just for general public knowledge, do they find the person with the rocket launcher?
I don't know.
Because he said the main reason that they holding the press recently and they are wrong and glory is because of that information. So putting one on one together, we will assume that they hold the person with the rocket launcher. They are taking the population for fools.
Thank you.
Come out and tell the public, you're going, this is using this to try and control the murders. But don't come and tell me no cock and bull story about if it is that you have the issue stem from inside the prison, there is already self-contained. You understand? They put things, measures in place where you have random search and search everybody, but you're inconveniencing the whole John public and lying.
All right. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you have a good night.
Same to you. Hello, good evening, caller.
Good evening, Pastor Google.
All right, good evening.
Yes, Pastor Google. Those two gentlemen.
You need to listen to me on the phone and not on the TV.
Yes, Pastor Google.
Yes, sir. So load down the TV.
Yes.
You hear me on your phone?
Yes, I'm here.
Right, so talk to me on the phone.
Yes, Pastor Google. Those two guys, both the AG and the COP, are political puppets singing for their supper. They're a bunch of jokers. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. So taking your calls. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Pastor Google, sir. How are you?
I am blessed, sir. How are you?
I'm okay. Once again, going to repeat what my college program, what I'm going to say. This is the result of the consequences of foolish choice. When they make foolish choices, they get foolishness. What I'm glad about is that people thinking and not following, because something lacked clarity in this whole situation here. Last time, it was the Attorney General, along with the Minister of National Security. Here we have now the Commissioner of Police. Something seems very wrong. I don't know if I stand in corrected. Something seems very wrong. Also, what is...
Caller?
What's the idea, you tell me?
Yeah, you're sounding like you're far. You're sounding like... go ahead.
Right. What seems to be interesting is that a whole lot of people are being sent home. You have an upcoming school season. Right, along with other things, people have 2 or 3 kids to send to school. Uniform, books, bills to pay, probably loans to pay, rent to pay, and other financial commitments. And they have no idea where the next dollar is coming from. And I think that would create a certain atmosphere.
Right.
But what we have, my people, we have to be mindful that this is being anticipated. You all don't let them push as hard as they might be. My people, do not be fooled. Do not be fooled. A state will always be a state. Right? But this is a lesson we as a nation have to learn, because this is what we choose. This is what we choose. Can't get away from it. So we have to ride it out. At least attempt to. Unfortunate as it may be, sad as it might be. But this is what the nation chooses. Pastor Google, Doctor, have a good night.
Thank you very much. Hello, good evening, caller.
Yeah, Pastor Google. The name of the Calypso is One Man.
Yeah, I got it.
All right, okay.
All right, thank you very much. All right, the number to call, 464-7003, 464-7003. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good night.
Hi, good evening, caller. Listen to me on your phone. Don't listen to me on your device.
Alright, sorry. Pastor, I'm very sorry. That commissioner, he, for some reason, I don't believe he has a side job, because I come and say, you is the man who called yesterday. You are saying that you can't do your job. Because you said there's some amount, and you call it SOE already. It tells me you can't do your job. It tells me, because I don't understand how you are the man who are the person. You are everyone over at your disposal. I tried in prison. You telling me you have to put a container to you. You're telling me you're incompetent. You're the man for office. Then you come to come and say, you quote that. Then you're telling me you're the man for office. That's what I said. Why see Pastor? Sorry. They're telling me you're the man for office. Hello?
Well, I hear you loud and clear.
Yeah, because you know I want career. And you telling me you is the man come advise the caller yesterday. Because some people in prison that already contain but about next service. We live in different service. You have a whole full service, and you telling me because you tell the caller yesterday. We have on the different government. Anybody here from the different?
Yeah, I think he did make a statement.
Well, but why statement? He telling me that he don't come down to that. He telling me he has my vision. And John Jeremy needs to give himself and stop caffeine, because last time I checked, the last time I saw who called us, he wasn't doing jobs. He was answering questions. John Jeremy on such reality, because last time we had a serious was John who called and he was answering questions. So John Jeremy had a job that's all in and back. And there were yourself. Whatever you put on God, you go on. Be a big man. Yeah, well, I said enough.
Yeah, man. Thank you very much. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Hi, good evening, sir. How are you?
Good night, Pastor.
Yeah, man.
Boy, where we start with the state of emergency? Where do we start and how do we finish? Pastor, you and your callers, I don't know if you could recall, there was a prison break in 2015 by a Muslim man named Scanty.
Yeah.
He was shot in hospital, guard boot by police, remember that?
Yeah, and his son, I think his son was, yeah, I remember the story.
Right. Now, he is a member of the Jamaat al-Muslim group in Interpol, right? So, he's also affiliated to Ranjit Ali, who was one of the prisoners that was moved during the odd hours of the night while the state of emergency proclamation was being made. This whole scenario, because you play Ramble's tape earlier a while ago, and you play this Scott Young, saying that Mr. Young said they had evidence, right, of people using electronic media to communicate from prison to communicate outside, and certain hits were going to be made. I called on Friday and I was asking you if you was aware of that, right? Of the prosecutor who died on New Year's Day.
Yeah.
This whole group of men that they have in prison moving is related to the current government. Right? So all of this rigmarole we see in here, right, is people trying to cover the tracks. Right? And so let's not get fooled. Ranjit Ali got permission in March month to ask the DDP, when is my case going to begin? When is my case going to begin? Up to now, he hasn't granted any permission. Over the weekend, I was reading in the paper headlines, callers, everybody could go and check it out. This man, because of the location where he is, cannot see his lawyer to exchange any files or any documents. His lawyers up to the day gave the police commissioner until 4 o'clock to give acknowledgement why it is he cannot see this man. He has to go to court now to fight for this man to see his own client. This is a cover-up taking place. This is the only reason why. This is a cover-up taking place. Right? So we here at our country have to watch carefully and see what you have to see what is the outcome of this situation. And if it's a cover-up, well, God bless us all. God bless us all. If it's a cover-up, God have to really bless us. This is my contribution for the night. I thought you was going to speak about the former Prime Minister.
Yeah, we're talking about that after, in the next hour.
Alright. Well, I'll come after and talk about that.
Yeah, man.
But this is my contribution for now.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your call. Thank you very much, sir. So to those of you who want to know if I'm going to talk about that issue with the former Prime Minister, yes, I'm going to talk about it. Why I won't talk about it? I have to talk about it. If I ain't talk about it, something wrong with me. And my head need to be checked if I ain't talk about it.
Open out to grab it,
Hello, good evening, caller.
Good evening, my brother.
Look who. You find me, boy.
Oh, you mean, brother, I must find you?
Well, you know, they sit here, you know.
You know I'm here.
They sit here. If you're going to make a call, if someone clean, you're watching me on TV.
Yes, I am, sir. I'm watching you on my device. So I'm calling you from that said device.
But listen to me now. Listen to what I'm saying to you. It had nobody to tell that man to come off the radio. Stop taking that man call. Oh gosh, that man something too condescending. Oh, this it had nobody just stand by no door and tell me hush.
God is a great God, Pastor Google. It might seem that they say we are the banker. And we are not a banker, you know. We warned them. So I heard that caller just now identified something. And I told that man, Pastor Google, when you play with pups, you will get bitten by fleas. That same man, so this morning, hear the conversation I had this morning. On one of their so-called radio stations, I asked the host, but wait now, do I have a prisons commissioner, Pastor Google?
Yeah.
If I have a prisons commissioner and there's a problem in the prisons, I believe that is the job of the prisons commissioner to move that prisoner around in a more secure location, that the prisoner would not compromise the position.
Yeah, but the police commissioner telling me that he moving around.
So I say, well, then if that is the case, then the prisons commissioner is incompetent. That's all they're telling me, Pastor Google. The prisons commissioner cannot run the prison because from the time this police service has to take over the job of management of a prisoner, that means the prisons commissioner should today hand over a letter of resignation and resign. So don't use the excuse of you're trying to protect a prisoner or to keep a prisoner isolated. Because I asked them, the man who showed the bag over the wall that we saw from the camera footage from a dash cam, was he held, Pastor Google?
I don't even know.
Well, they said to me, yes. I said, well, all right. If he was held, how we don't know that? Me see that no way. That is one of the things that the police should have been highlighting, that this gentleman is held, and based on holding this gentleman, we gathered information that ex-white prison officer letting out John Harry to receive the bag when he threw over the bag at a particular time. Because I was told some time ago that Jones was dropping things off in the prison under the past administration. Do you recall that?
Of course.
Right. So if we have all that day, then the prisons commissioner have a big issue. So therefore, again, then he should resign, because presently now, it seems as though the police commissioner has control over high-ranking detainees. Because if he is to move that man, as you say, and if you remember, Pastor Google, under the People's Partnership, the first murder in Trinidad and Tobago happened where? Do you recall that? In Carapo. Remember that? Who was the first minister on the scene in that incident? Do you remember that? The man who, when they called his name, he didn't know. And the man who they saw in room 201 that she couldn't make out. Do you remember that, fella?
Yeah.
Right, so me go call Noni. So if you play with pups, that is why I said to them, oh, let's sit down and think about this. There's a group of people that tell me, when the PNM in office, crime goes up. And when the UNC in office, crime goes down. What live sport was about. Think about this. They held 1,000 members, citizens of Trinidad to go under their SOE. Remember that? That was in 2013 or when. You think, and think about this, the group of men who formed themselves into a body, that were this President Attorney General telling me, you know, if he paying this $20 million, and they went to which lawyer? So all these men wake up one morning and say they're going to a particular law firm to fight the same case that he was defending as Attorney General from Interpol, and turn around and become these same people lawyer to win the state $20 million or how much dollars. Not so?
Boy, you know. I'm glad for these people, yes. When
are we going to wake up here?
I hope soon.
When you play with pups, you get. So here what's going on. We have a new, I just call him National Security Minister. He know exactly what's going on. And ask yourself, they tell me, Rula was how far down the list? How far down the list this one was, Pastor Gozo? Could you tell me?
I don't know.
Enjoy it, night.
Hello, good evening.
Pastor Google, good evening again, sir. Pastor Google, was one of the SOE was that high-ranking officials were targeted.
In this SOE?
Yeah, in this one.
I believe so. That's what he said.
Okay. And you find that it is troubling that only recently that Dr. Rowley and Stuart Young security were moved.
But I don't know. I can't see the link, but I hear you.
No, what I'm saying, if it is that you're concerned that persons' lives are in danger, then the rightest thing should be to give them the security details.
Well, it may not be them. It may not be them they want to target.
Okay, well, I say high-ranking officials. It's high-ranking officials because they always want to put the negative light on the PNM personnel. So that was just my little thought now.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you. I wonder if I know this person who calling in here, right? Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Good afternoon.
Ay. Share the live. Share the live. Share the live. Share the live.
As I said today.
You have to say share the live.
Yes, I share the live. I don't share the live. As I said today, Pastor Google, this state of emergency is about CPEP, it's about forestry reserve, it's about water workers, and the biggest one, you see, last one I call him here, is URP.
So, Mark, say something. See, you feel that they call the state of emergency to stop them people from protesting?
Well, listen to me. It's not to stop the people from protesting. Let me repeat it again to you. This state of emergency is about CPEP, it's about forestry reserve, it's about water, and the biggest one is URP. You hear me right?
I hear you.
That is the frightening one. You know what I'm telling you about, right?
Right.
You hear the Prime Minister talking at all? You hear him talking at all?
Who is that?
He going silent.
Who is he? I thought it was a woman. I thought it was the Mr. Is that Mr. the Prime Minister?
No. The Prime Minister is not a woman.
Who is
Yes,
this?
it's a woman. Yeah, it's a woman. Yes, it's a woman in a way. Yeah, actually, there is a way. I'm going to tell you something this afternoon.
We want to tell me you love me.
We're going on a nasty road in Trinidad and Tobago.
We will talk about that nasty road just now. We will talk about that nasty road just now.
I am saying to you, I want to tell the people trying to be watch on. I'm sure you saw the parliament recently with the Attorney General, right?
Yes.
And you heard his behavior in parliament?
Yes.
We coming for you. And you see what happened? And this Antigua, Pastor Google, I've been there already, I've been to Antigua already, what I'm telling you about. And I spoke about Antigua yesterday. I was speaking about Antigua. When I get there, I said in Jelly between doors. And I never know that they would have got tired for that. And then the Commissioner of Police, Pastor Google, what is taking this to the Commissioner of Police in Trinidad and Tobago?
I believe that I am telling you all to watch that man. Watch that gentleman. I am telling you all. Let me tell you something. 3 strikes and you're out. The first strike, you take directions from the cabinet to remove Dr. Rowley and Stuart Young security. That is your first strike. You take direction, you did not even do your own evaluation. You did not do your own risk assessment. You took instruction. You said that. And mommy don't dare me. I'll play it back. I will play it back. One.
And the thing is,
wait.
Two. The next one.
Two. How come? Listen, the third one, the second one was what, boy? What you do? Something you do the other day. That made my eyes, made me look at him again. So you moved the security, something but I know the third one was this SOE. But I try to remember the second one.
Yes, and listen to me, Pastor Google, and the Prime Minister is dumb right now.
Where is she?
She's dumb right now.
Where is she? Because I heard this station call her today. What are the names? UNC3. And they get a statement from her. But we go play the statement just now. We go get into that just now.
Let me tell you something. I don't think that they will be taking a plane soon. Because let me tell you something. Here the sweetest part in the plane. When you're going up, it is there when the people you see on the line and you go, bam, your whole heart is like when it's jumping. You know that, right?
Of course.
You push in the land. What's that?
Of course.
Listen to me. I am telling you, they will warn the people of Trinidad and Tobago.
Thank you.
And they get a lot of promises. And where's the promises? Where did the promises fulfill up to now?
No.
No. They was warned, Pastor Google, this tempo now.
Thank you.
Trinidad and Tobago.
Tempo!
Right? Tempo now start. Have a good one.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
To become in when you're at the treasury, kickback was a black.
Only share the live, you know. Share the link on YouTube. Share the live, you know, because we're going and talk about the situation with Dr. Rowley. We're going and talk about the situation with Dr. Rowley because let me tell you something. I told you all on this live, you know. I told you all on this live. I said it to you all, but only don't listen. Only feel it's a joke. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Pastor Google.
Hi, good evening, sir.
I am calling to tell you, remember when Dr. Rowley got an interview, got a report about the SSA?
Yes.
And he came and he talked to us, the public.
Yes.
And he said there was a amount of bullets and weapons that were imported into the country to watch our government.
Yes.
Well, think about it, bring it back to now. So the guys and them who get the bullets and things and all of these things, they want to get rid of them now. So that is why the SOE has been called. That's for that simple reason.
Mm-hmm.
Because it will be used back against them.
Yep.
So that is all I have to say.
Thank you very much, caller.
Make the wrong selection and we end up sad. Tell
me. So we're going to talk about our Dr. Rowley situation. We need to talk about our Dr. Rowley situation because something ain't right. Let me say good evening to I'm sure Auntie is listening. Auntie Julie, you're listening? Auntie Julie? Auntie Julie, just put thumbs up now. Let me see you. Put thumbs up, Auntie Julie. Auntie Julie, I got both up today though. Auntie Julie, I got both up it. Auntie Julie, I got both up it. Just put thumbs up, Auntie Julie, so we know you're on the live. Let's take this caller. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Pastor Google.
Good evening, sir.
Pastor Google, this whole situation with SOE, the Prime Minister, and the government, this whole thing is a replica 2014. And I don't hear anybody making reference to that.
Yes, we made reference to that on Friday. On Friday when I had Mr. Gary Griffith on with me. Mr. Gary Griffith.
I didn't hear that.
Well, right, so don't say nobody didn't make reference to it. We did.
Well, well, I apologize. But it's a whole replica of 2014. And the difference now is that we're not hearing from the Prime Minister at all.
No, we're not hearing from her. Where is
from Sir Elizabeth in 2014. But we're not hearing from her at all. Is she alright?
Well, that is what people want to know.
Is she in the country?
She right here. She is right here. Where you want her to go?
There's a calypso that I would like you to play for the nation by Tobago Kusu. Who see the iron?
Somebody have to find that calypso for me. I can't find that calypso now.
It can Google. It can YouTube.
Well, let somebody send it for me now.
Alright, well, I'll try to send it.
Thank you very much, sir.
Alright.
So let's share the link now. Share the link. Share the link on YouTube. Share the link on Facebook. We are to get into this thing. So let me say good evening to those of you who are joining me on Facebook and on YouTube. Hello, good evening.
Good evening. His second blunder was agreeing with the standing ground laws.
Oh, yes. Yes, that was his second blunder. That was his second strike. So his first strike was to remove the security from former Prime Ministers George Young and Dr. Rowley.
Oh, taking instructions.
Taking directions and instructions to move it. Yeah. And then after that, he would have agreed with the government and standing ground laws. And then after that, you come now with a SOE. You announcing the SOE. You commissioner announcing SOE. You know. Not the Attorney General, not the Minister, not the, who again? Not the Prime Minister, but you announcing the SOE. I tell you, watch this commissioner, you know. Watch this commissioner. Watch him closely. I told you all that. You see, from the time you taking directive and directions from the cabinet at Trinidad and Tobago, from the time you start to do that, you start to look fishy. You start to look suspect. From the time you start to take directions from the cabinet at Trinidad and Tobago, where is this the Police Service Commission? How come they ain't questioning you about that? And then let's move into the discussion now about Dr. Rowley, which is interesting. It is interesting. Very, very interesting. Right? Very interesting. Because apparently people really think we are fools, eh? I'm sorry, but I will continue to see it. That people take us for fools. People believe that we are foolish. Do you all know that?
And I too invite this conference to you all that he's all for transparency and accountability. And I hear now saying to him that I too would like that transparency to apply to me. And if he is to believe, as per that press conference on the first day of the suspension, I would like you to tell this population what exactly is the crime that I have some connection in this country to cause the police to be moved and to be so moved as to have me been experiencing Interpol interaction. I'm not about the law. Make it very clear in this country. I have handled the authority over tens of billions of dollars and thousands of decisions in this country during my period as minister, as prime minister in particular. So if in that period of my activity I broke any law, I'm going to go there. It is for the police of this country to treat me like any other citizen with respect to law enforcement. So if there's a matter, any matter, in which I am of interest to law enforcement, you come here this morning, you see how clear the road is, you see where my location is. Everyone in this country knows where I am. The police knows where I am. There was a police group outside my house there recently. I asked them to remove it because they said not to that easy. There was police on my shoulder up until a few weeks ago. So if the police wants to have any interaction with me in Trinidad and Tobago, they could have done that and they could do that. And they're welcome to do that anytime.
So that's Dr. Rowley saying that if the police need to interact with him or talk to him about anything, they can do that. They know his address. They know where he lives. But tonight on the news, before I play what happened on the news tonight, I want to play something else. Right? So before I play tonight what happened on the news, I want you all to listen in because we're talking about the situation with Dr. Rowley. Right? And I want to hear your views. Take a listen to this. Take a listen to this. Alright, so we're taking a listen to Dr. Rowley this evening. To those of you who don't know what happened, you will hear it just a while, in a little while you will hear what the former Prime Minister had to face.
Whatever they may want to say, however you may want to view me, the one thing you could never erase from the history and the future of this country is that I was the Prime Minister of this country and I am the former Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago. And when I held that office and all the other offices, I always did so with a caveat that I don't do it for myself. I do it for the greater good of the nation, to uplift the nation. And the fact that I, as Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, 3 months after I left office, this is the country where a Prime Minister could leave office and 3 months after, he's the subject of Interpol activity. Doesn't say much for Trinidad and Tobago. And it doesn't say much for me either. Except that I would like to know what exactly did I do in my life as a public officer and now as a private citizen to cause the authorities in Trinidad and Tobago to put me in that situation. And if they could do that to me, they could do it to others. You would have seen the Attorney General having the shocking presentation in the Parliament a few weeks ago. As Attorney General, the country's chief law enforcement officer, who should be protecting the rights of all citizens, doesn't matter which side of the floor he's in Parliament, getting up in the Parliament and pointing at members of Parliament and saying, "I'm coming for you, and for you." And I watched that and was appalled. And I saw no objection to that from quarters in this country. Apparently, we are normalizing that kind of behavior in this country. And I experienced it last week. So today, I am calling on the Prime Minister, head of the National Security Council, and the Commissioner of Police, the officer with the responsibility for the Bureau of Interpol in Trinidad and Tobago, to tell not me, tell the country what crime I am being investigated for and why it is that the police in Trinidad and Tobago could not carry out their duties there and had to resort to Interpol. Because one thing I should tell you, Interpol is not an investigating agency. Interpol is an agency that comes in where criminal matters have been determined and persons are, in most instances, attempting to flee justice. I call this development nothing more than a dastardly defamation, fabricated, constructed, and executed by the government agencies of Trinidad and Tobago, led by a government which seems to be more interested in retribution, hate, spite, divisiveness. And only such a government will put this stain on Trinidad and Tobago. Only such a government will put this stain on Trinidad and Tobago. It means that if they come out now and lie that they don't know about this and they didn't do this, then this remains on Interpol's list. Because who put it there is who has to take it off. And if they don't take it off, it means that every time I travel, anywhere I go in the world, I can expect this and worse to happen. This happened inside of CARICOM. You could imagine if I was in Belgium or South Africa or in Timbuktu, what would have been my position? Thankfully, it first arose in Antigua.
So, this evening on CNC3 News, we have the clip. I want you all to listen to the news now. Listen to how the news put this across, eh? So you just heard Dr. Rowley. He's asking a question. He wants an answer. He is in his right to ask a question. All right? Listen to this.
Dr. Rowley re-emerged an unfounded and inflammatory accusation against herself, the Attorney General, and the Police Commissioner. The Prime Minister said instead of seeking clarification directly from the authorities, he publicly suggested a politically motivated smear campaign. The Prime Minister said now, with the TTPS confirming no such alert exists, Dr. Rowley must say sorry for these baseless accusations. Now, CNCA3 News also sought comment from the Prime Minister of Antigua and Barbuda regarding the incident at his airport, but calls and messages went unanswered. Questions were also sent to Interpol, but no response was received by Newstime.
Right. Listen now again, eh? So let's listen to I want to play the news clip for you from this evening. Right? Take a listen to the news clip from this evening. CNC3 News. Because them, like, they I don't know. I want you to listen to it, you know. I want you to listen to it. Alright, let me say good evening to all of you joining me on the live. Thank you very, very much for being a part of Constructive Talk this evening. Alright. So I want you all to listen. I want you all to listen to the news clipping. Alright? And I want you all to hear clearly what was said on the news this evening. Alright? I want you all to hear it. Because at the end of the day,
The Kamala Prasad Bisasa says he now owes the nation an apology.
Aga Samro has more.
On July 13th, when Dr. Rowley arrived at VC Bird International Airport in Antigua, he said the immigration official who scanned his diplomatic passport indicated that something was wrong and stepped away for a while.
She came back. Her demeanor changed a little bit.
Dr. Rowley said he was led to another area and Antiguan security came looking for him.
And then I was told that the reason why I was delayed is because I was on a watch list.
The former Prime Minister said a week later he passed through the same airport and again his passport was flagged, but this time he was given another reason for it.
This development, which I'm experiencing, is as a result of mistaken identity. And I found that a little strange.
So strange that he said on his return to this country, he enlisted the aid of his own sources in CARICOM to find out what list he could possibly be on.
And it was confirmed to me then that I was on Interpol.
Now, Dr. Rowley claimed that the only way his name could be on the Interpol list is if it was put there by the police commissioner with the knowledge of Kamla Prasad-Bisasa, who is head of the National Security Council. Dr. Rowley is demanding answers from the police commissioner and the Prime Minister. He wants to know what is Interpol's interest in him and what crime is he allegedly accused of. The former Prime Minister is also calling on the government to clear his name, saying his placement on the watch list is dastardly defamation.
Fabricated, constructed, and executed by the government agencies of Trinidad and Tobago, led by a government which seems to be more interested in retribution, hate, spite, divisiveness.
Dr. Rowley said the police know where he lives and are free to come speak with him. The former Prime Minister said he's scandalized but not surprised, particularly as the Attorney General has pledged to go to war with the PNM. He did admit, however, that he's a bit angry and suspects that the government is unhappy that he left office with his integrity intact. Dr. Rowley said this is the same government that has put Jagdeep Singh as House Speaker.
And no seeking to defame me in this way, that generated a bit of anger in me. Because clearly, this is not about law enforcement. It's about selective defamation.
But a couple hours after this media briefing concluded, the police commissioner responded and told the former PM that he's not on any watch list. The TTPS said comprehensive checks of Interpol's secure databases confirmed that Dr. Rowley is not on any watch list or international notice. There are no alerts, flags or warrants linked to his name. The TTPS also stated that it has not submitted or caused to be submitted any information to Interpol that would justify such a listing. Additionally, the TTPS said there is no record or directive from any TTPS department suggesting local involvement in the matter. The police service said it feels as if its independence was questioned due to the suggestion of political interference and is urging responsible dialogue in the public sphere. Akash Samaru, CNC3 News.
We don't want to appear to be balanced now. The police wants, the police commissioner has already compromised the police service. The police commissioner has compromised the police service. How has he done that? I have told you on three strikes. The 3 strikes and you're out. Eh? What am I talking about? Well, let's serious. Come on, man, let me be real. Let's be real. Let us be real now. You are the commissioner and you are taking your directives from who? You taking directions from who? Who telling you what to do?
Police Commissioner Alista Gavwara said he acted on a cabinet directive. Griffith warned that cabinet should only recommend, not order security changes. He said acting without threat assessments risks politicizing the... Police Commissioner Alista Gavwara said he acted on a cabinet directive. Griffith warned that cabinet should only recommend, not order security changes. He said acting without threat assessments risks politicizing the...
So, Mr. Man, you all are the ones who are putting your police service under question about independence. How could you be independent when you are taking directions from the cabinet to remove security from former prime ministers? How? How? Ole, tell me. Tell me. You explain to me. How you don't want to appear to be political, but you taking directions and directives from a cabinet. Ole, tell me now. How could you be independent? You want to appear independent, but to remove security from former prime ministers, you take direction from a cabinet. When you're supposed to do your own risk assessment and then say to cabinet, based on my risk assessment, I recognize as commissioner that yes, I can remove or no, I cannot remove. Ole, I don't know, you know.
Yes, the Prime Minister, the Commissioner of Police agreed to the Prime Minister's stand your ground. That was the second strike.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah, right? Yes.
Thank you. The second strike was you agreeing on stand your ground laws. You guys, not your business. That's none of your business. That's politics. And the third strike is you announcing the SOE. Well, I know they give me a break. Give me a break. So let me hear CNC3 News now. CNC3 News continued. I want you all to listen.
Meanwhile, the People's National Movement put out a statement fully supporting Dr. Keith Rowley in this matter. But in response to Dr. Rowley, Prime Minister Kamala Persad-Bissessar says he owes the nation an apology.
So hear what? So before Ms. Bissessar say, let us do some investigations. All right, the police commissioner is saying that his name is not on the list. Maybe we missed something. Maybe we need to check something over. Can we go through something with Antigua Barbuda, see what they are coming up with? Why would they have pulled him over? Why would they have done X, Y, and Z? You ain't saying that as a prime minister. One time you calling for an apology. You need to apologize to us for not coming to us to telling us about this SOE. That's what we need an apology for you from. We need an apology for you, from you, Ms. Bissessar, for not telling us, as a nation, coming to us as the mother of the nation, and explain to us why you call her SOE on me. And telling your cabinet and your ministers and your senators, only do party, but the commissioner was telling people, if we still go and go the bears on the avenue, and we can still have a little vibes in the backyard, and but you telling your ministers, do party, but the commissioner telling we. Well, it's not about all this law abiding citizens, they could do all they want, they could do all the thing. Well, they for real? We for real? We are for real? We have a commissioner. We have a commissioner that I'm telling you all to keep all the eyes on. Keep your eyes on him. So on one hand, you telling me, hey, Dr. Rowley, owe you an apology. Apology for what? The man has his right to ask why is his name being red flagged. That's his right. Why? Why is the former Prime Minister of Trinidad to be? Won't give me no rubbish story, but he should have come and asked the commissioner in private. What private? This happened publicly. This did not happen private, you know. This happened public. He was pulled over, not private, you know, in some private hotel. It's a public place in a public airport. So you pull aside a former prime minister because of something, and he must come back home. Yeah. Commissioner, can I have a meeting with you, please? This former prime minister, Dr. Rowley, can I have a meeting with you, please? Send him an email. Hi, this is former Prime Minister Dr. Rowley. I'm reaching out to you in concern about my being pulled over because of some red flag. Well, could you look into it to tell me what is going on? I'm being ill-treated. That's what you all want? That's what they wanted. That's what I expect him to do. Right? You know, if we let it find out about it and he didn't say nothing. Listen to this, and this is a fact, If Dr. Rowley was pulled aside and he said nothing about it, come back home, went to your house and relaxed himself, and the media of Trinidad and Tobago, they get wind. They just get wind that he was pulled aside. Only think about it now. Only think about it now. Dr. Keith Christopher Rowley get pulled aside. Get put in a room. And the immigration officers and them in Antigua Barbuda start to gossip. The Prime Minister, the former Prime Minister, I don't know. Let me give them a scoop. Let me give them send a scoop story. Somebody with a phone. Somebody with the whatever. Story started to spread. Former Prime Minister Dr. Keith Christopher Rowley was pulled aside in Antigua Barbuda for being on the Interpol list. You know what I say? You know what some people that say? What? And Ketos come back quiet, sir. Yeah. Yes. The watchman, like if I'm talking nonsense, all you know how the media would have run with that story. How they would have camp outside the house. How the UNC would have go on a platform. All you leave me alone with that now. He must apologize. All you, I could see the UNC Monday Night Forum to boss a mark. Hey, the former Prime Minister, all of a sudden now, he must hush, or he must ask privately. You're right. He must apologize. Apologize my big toe.
Sessa told CNC3 News after years of mismanaging the country, Dr. Rowley re-emerged an unfounded and inflammatory accusation against herself, the Attorney General and the Police Commissioner. The Prime Minister said instead of seeking clarification directly from the authorities, he publicly suggested a politically motivated smear campaign.
Yes! Politically smear campaign. Yes! Oh, he should have come private. He could. What? Only no. Only tell me the truth. Tell me if I'm lying here, you know. You all think about this, you know. Imagine if Dr. Rowley tonight to everybody night forum, you know. Only only think about it now. Dr. Rowley come back here and they say a word. But what he do was send an email. Right? What he did was he sent an email. Let me just say he sent an email to the Commissioner of Police. Yeah, that commissioner. Yeah, that same commissioner who took away his security from him. What nonsense. You take away my security before time and I must come to you to ask you about my name on Interpol? Only wake up now. Only wake up now. Only we for real in this country or we joking? Are we for real? Listen to this, listen.
Police Commissioner Olistagavwara said he acted on a cabinet directive.
He acted on a cabinet directive. He acted on a cabinet directive. So if you acted on a cabinet directive to remove my security from me, I must come to ask you why my name on an Interpol list privately. When you do your thing publicly to me, look, Ole, I tell Ole, don't let me talk, you know. Don't let me talk, you know. Because when I talk, and I will get problems. My question is, this evening, do you all agree that Dr. Rowley should apologize? Apologize for what? That is my question. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Hey, Pastor Google. Pleasant evening to you, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah. First of all, I don't even think, to be honest here, that our Commissioner of Police needed 3 strikes. From the time the Commissioner came out with his sorry self and told the nation with a straight face that he took directive from the cabinet, I don't know if people understood the damage that this gentleman did to the police service by making such a comment. There will be little confidence whenever a police commissioner could come to the population and say that he took directives from cabinet.
Let me tell you something, brethren. You just throw your mind back to if Dr. Rowley, if Guy Griffith come out and say the PNM, the cabinet gave me directive to remove the security from Ms. Kamala Persad-Bissessa, how people would react?
And that's the scary thing about it. I think people looking at this thing too caviar, they did not dig in deep mentally to understand how dangerous that is. They really don't. And to what you were saying about Dr. Rowley with this situation in Antigua, you are absolutely correct. Had Dr. Rowley decided not to come forward and say something, the first thing the media would have jumped out and say he has something to hide.
Thank you.
And then the whole population now would have run out, especially the detractors. They would have run out now and come with all sorts of conspiracy theory because they noticed since the police service made that statement claiming that his name is not an Interpol, everybody went out and called him a liar and this and that.
But before before the police and before some of them get the information from the police, some of them done run out the self already, you know. The King Series and them done say, you know, about this and that and the next. They have a next clown from Nong Palasek who talking about applause to you anti-cams. So there are the fools, there are the clowns that done run out the box and know how to find a way to take the foot out of the mouth.
But strange enough, all the time we waited on Kamala to say something about this SOD, directly facing the population, not sending out a press release. But as soon as something that appears to be bacchanalish, she quick to run out again.
Oh yes.
And this is the problem we have. And this is the problem we have with this story. But as I said before, the reality is Dr. Rowley was within his right to come forward and tell the nation what he had gone through with this ordeal. Because again, had he not come forward, Pastor Google, all hell would have broken loose.
But Monday Night Forum was a mark that was going on bus. That would have been the Monday Night Forum mark. We know. All of them who playing, they don't know. We know that would have been a mark to bus.
What? But not just Monday Night Forum alone, you know. You're going to see Anil Roberts with that Douglas nonsense run out.
Thank you.
You're going to hear Philip Alexander with his foolishness.
Thank you.
You're going to hear David Nathan. Individually and collectively, they would have run out.
They would have run out.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much, man.
And that is the reality.
Thank you. Same to you.
I mightn't call a lot, you know, but I definitely listen.
I appreciate a man like you listening. I appreciate that, man.
You have a good evening.
Same to you. All right, let's go to the phone lines. 4647003. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Pastor Lee.
All right, good evening.
You know, let's just take our minds back. While Mrs. Bissessa was in opposition, she joined together with the rest of the opposition members and wrote to the opposition in Australia, telling them that Dr. Rowley is in some corruptive move along with the Australian government. While he was in Australia making arrangements for those ferries and those offshore vessels, this is what the opposition leader and home members did. They didn't apologize to Dr. Rowley. So what Mrs. Bishop are calling on Dr. Rowley to apologize? So Interpol the other information is either the police commissioner, the comments made by...
Go ahead.
Is either the police commissioner, the attorney general, the national security minister, or Mrs. Bishop could pass that information. We want to try to duck on that now. They try to tarnish the man's name and they forever doing that. They always doing that. It's just that Dr. Rowley more intelligent than all of them, so he keeps them sleeping. You see, Dr. Rowley would not find out that. He knows, and Dr. Rowley is a man, don't make those kind of statements without we have facts. Trinidad and Tobago should know that.
All right.
But I said the correction for you.
All right, thank you very much.
Okay.
Hello, good evening. Do you think that Dr. Rowley should apologize? Hello, good evening.
Pastor Google?
Do you think that Dr. Rowley should apologize?
Yes, he should apologize. First apologize, I want him to apologize. I want to ask him a question this afternoon.
He listening?
If he has any children.
He listening?
Right, I want to ask him if he has any children. Because he continue line right through, right? You hear me clearly, right?
Yeah.
Right. Pastor Google, let me tell you something. If the commissioner of police going on that road, I don't think he's going to last long. You hear what I'm telling you?
Which road? Which road, mommy? Which road? This road? Listen to this.
On the road, he's taking advice.
Listen to this road. Listen to this road he's going on. Listen to this road he's going on. Listen. Listen, mommy. Listen.
The immediate effect, as the statistics would show, that coming out of the state of emergency, there was what persons may term as an upsurge. We see it as a return to some sort of normal criminality.
It comes as home invasion reports continue across the country. Guevara says he supports the government's Stand Your Ground legislation.
The only way we'll be able to determine if it will help or harm is after it is put into effect. I support it. I support any legislation that would assist the members of the public in protecting themselves.
Strike two. You support Stand Your Ground laws?
Yes.
Strike two.
Yes, Pastor Google, he come out to eat a food. You hear what I'm telling you? He not supposed to be taking no advice from the Prime Minister. Pastor Google is the Prime Minister in Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah, she right here. She can go nowhere.
Where's she operating from?
Right down by me here, Palmes. I could spit on Navina. I can't spit.
Well, you remember I'm a born southerner, so I know exactly where she is. You understand me?
Mm-hmm.
So the only time she operated from the diplomatic center is when the Prime Minister came in the other day.
Mm-hmm.
Right, that's the diplomatic center where they say run down and they say had this and they say had that. Pastor Google, we was warned. You have a good one.
Same to you. Well, it's serious. Tell me about it. If Dr. Rowley did not come out and say what it is, only think about it now. Men would have been doing live, all now men gloating. Men would have been happy. Yes! Lock him up! That's what they would have been saying. These deceitful set of people. Now you want to come out and say, because he run out, Dr. Rowley come out and put it out there and asking a question. You're ready to pat down. You're ready to tell him, no, you should have gone to the relevant authorities first and find out from them what it is really going on. Right. He is... Let me take the calls. We're taking your calls. Those of you on YouTube, 773 of you. Thank you all very, very much for joining the live. Those of you on Facebook, I saw I had 70-something persons on Facebook. Thank you all very much. Taking your calls. Hello, good evening. What's your view? Hello, good evening. What's your view?
Good night, Pastor.
Hi, good evening.
Pastor, I saw the view of, first of all, I don't think Dr. Rowley is supposed to apologize.
Why not?
That was apologize for what? Apologize for what? This is the former head of the CARICOM state. He was the former head of CARICOM. Apologize for what? You travel to Antigua, right? They know who come in. They see you. And they alert you. This was a well put together press conference by Dr. Rowley. And why I say that is today, he, as you said, he asked a question.
Thank you.
He asked a question. He asked, who put me on this watch list? Who put me on this watch list? Well, first, the only person we know so far who say that it wasn't them was the TTPS. But you remember Dr. Rowley said only 2 people because he knows the laws.
Thank you.
He knows how this thing operates. He says only 2 people. He said the TTPS, the Commissioner of Police is one. Also the person who sits at the head of the National Security Council could give the directive.
Yeah.
So who sits at the head of the Security Council?
Tell us.
The lady at the palace, in the Pink Palace, that's the only person. I don't want to call that lady out of my name. I do not want to call that lady out of my name. But lastly, I just want UNC people to know, because all they're coming out lambasting Mr. Rowley. Go on his page on February 21st, Dr. Rowley page, and see when his last official visit to the head of CARICOM. See what Dr. Andrew Holmes had to talk to him about, how he commended him. You know what's the first thing he said? The first visit of a statesman to Jamaica was Dr. Christopher Keith Rowley. Matters discussed was the strained relationship between Jamaica and Trinidad. The strained relationship where it had problems was goods was being vetted, people couldn't travel between the 2 nations properly. And Dr. Holmes commended him about that. And for all of you who like the race talk and want to go Guyana on the UNC side and talk about Guyana, the first person to even talk about, the second person to talk about Dr. Rowley as a good man was President Afraz, where he commended Dr. Rowley. He said when they had the elections in Guyana, he came there and he pat down the situation. Also the Argyle agreement with Venezuela. He was an instrumental person. This is the former head of the Caribbean governance, Dr. Christopher Keith Rowley. Apologize for what? What he should apologize for? Have a good night, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. Hey, I'm taking your calls, you know. Yeah, we facilitate calls here. If you're now joining us on the live, I'm seeing 792. If you're now joining us on the live, we facilitate calls here. We're taking your calls. We're taking your opinions. Do you think that Dr. Rowley should apologize? The Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, Ms. Kamala Persad-Bissessar, is saying to Dr. Keith Christopher Rowley that he should have do due diligence by what is boy? What did she say he should have do? I remember. Hello, good evening.
Good evening. I want to know if Dr. Rowley senile, we gone mad. Just so. Just come back with a story like that. Come on, man. Oh, you think that, man? Think that, man. You might just come up with a story. Interpol put him across just so you're Interpol list. That's madness. That's madness. You're looking for publicity or what?
Thank you.
That night, so you want to come again that night, that we come with that. Oh yeah, please.
All right, caller. Hello, good evening.
Hi, good evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
Apologize, no.
Apologize, nothing.
Nothing.
Apologize, nothing.
What happened in Antigua? He wasn't embarrassed in Antigua. Right? So the Antiguans, what happened in Antigua didn't happen then. That is what they want to say? If he was not on a watch list? Hell no. Bye. Good night.
Thank you very much, caller. Thank you very much. I just see I reached the 800 mark on YouTube. So those of you who are on YouTube with me, I want you all to subscribe, all 792 of you, subscribe to the page. All right? That's what I want you to do. You see any subscribe button there? You see the subscribe button? Just subscribe now. And before you leave, I want you to do that thumbs up for me. Touch that thumbs up if you appreciate the conversation so far. So the numbers again to call if you want to share your view. Hello, good evening.
Good afternoon, Pastor.
Hi, good evening, sir.
Good afternoon, Pastor. Before we go through, let all the kids. I am ex-military. Let people know something. So me and get someone I talk, and I know what I'm talking about. So you need to go on Interpol. It has to come from the higher security service of your country. One, it has to come through intelligence. It has to then go through the Ministry of National Security. Then go to the commissioner, back to the Ministry of National Security, who then send through intelligence to put it on Interpol. You know what?
Yeah.
So let us have no games. Not in land, nobody kept it to error. That was deliberate.
Them feed Dr. Rowley start to fry bacon. His bacon frying.
No, you see these people who want to sit down in bar and talk. You don't want in the poll just by mistake. It has to come from your higher, your country higher security office. One, two. It has to come the commissioner. He then have to say back to the Minister of National Security, who then have to say to intelligence, and then the chief intelligence officer puts it on the Interpol database. Then they not just so.
Thank you.
I am ex-military. I know what I'm talking about. Nobody tell me. I know. So you see the crap we're talking, and the one apologize, them trying to embarrass the man, and the man catch him with the pants down. Because just like what we were saying, any man that come home and film, cool and quiet, you're here all them. Well, once like you're not trying to hear them already. So before, let all this shooting, all this talk, that was deliberate, and they get catch, and now they're talking about apology nothing. Anybody have apologize? It's them, because your name do not go on the ball by guess. And let me tell you something. No Mickey Mouse person could put your name on the ball. It's had about you. The chief intel officer last.
All right.
And he was the PM.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Good evening, caller. Caller, you need to load down your television, please. Caller. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, good evening. You need to load on your TV.
Hi. Good evening, Pastor Google.
Good evening, ma'am. How are you?
I'm good.
All right.
Pastor Google. I woke up a couple mornings ago. That state of emergency. To date, the Prime Minister never came to the nation to speak to the nation about the state of emergency, what brought it about or anything like that. I see everybody else talk. Policeman, Attorney General. The Prime Minister of this country sent out a press release. I want an apology for that. Okay? And then Dr. Rowley is a civilian as it is. So if she wants an apology, she needs to understand that he is a man just like me and just like you. So she just needs to haul. No apology. Good night, Pastor Google.
Dr. Rowley, he wasn't standing up all talking.
UNC had leaders before, but I am the one, the membership adore. No mistake, kindness for weakness. There's no vacancy for my office for weakness. There's no vacancy for my office. Anita and Rodney fall in the trap. They try to stab me in my back. Politics has a morality of its own. Their seats in the Red House they will leave alone. But one man to contest me, one man who does beat me, he knows it's Rowley. One man to contest me.
Hello, good evening. Hello. Caller, you go on. Hello, good evening. Caller, good evening. Caller, good evening. Hi, cool man. How you going? Caller. You're sounding very, very far. Yeah, that device.
I want to say, check out a coincidence.
What is the coincidence?
State of emergency. And then we had this thing with Dr. Rowley. And then you go back to the utterances by the AG across the way to the members of the opposition when he's saying he's coming after you too. Right?
Right.
And the thing about it is that Dr. Rowley was the man accused of being a dictator. Right? But I am saying that it just goes to show, that what we have, what I call it Martin Niemöller 22-25. You know what Martin Niemöller, right?
Tell us.
Martin Niemöller was a German who wrote something that you see at first they came for the union people. I was in a union, so I wasn't concerned. Then they came for the socialists. I was not socialist, so I was not afraid. Then they came for the communists. Again, I was not communist, so I wasn't concerned. Then they came for the Jews. I was not Jew, so I wasn't concerned. Finally, they came for me. You know what? There was nobody to be there to defend me. This is what these people setting the stage for, but they underestimating the right patient citizens of this country, and they would not allow what they think would happen to happen in this place. You understand?
Yeah, man.
And I'm saying that if you could do that to Dr. Rowley, who was a former Prime Minister, what it would do to us, to this platform, and you, Pastor Google, and others.
Thank you.
That is why it's so important that people have to couch the language in a particular way and spread the word. Because it's the only way we would prevent what they want to happen.
Thank you very much.
Especially as other callers and yourself have pointed out, with the Commissioner of Police who doesn't know he has to be independent and can't operate in an independent manner and doing by utterances, ensuring that he will be prepared more than anybody else to carry out the directives of the government.
Yep. Thank you very much.
That is what what we want. We want you to deal with crime and to manage your service and where you have your responsibilities and duties to perform, you perform your duties. But it's not at the directive at the administration, because he himself said He has 10 years, so you have security at 10 years. Because you're a career officer. You have any contract. But what we require you to do is to be able to breach to prevent any abuse of the citizenry. And if you can't discharge that as you're showing us already, then we may be in for a long, uncomfortable period when it comes to governance in the country, possibly.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And you cannot continue to hold us to one standard, but fail to mention the other. So when you ask this question, mention it. I am not defending. I am just saying you cannot expect us. I was too nice last time. I was too nice. And therefore, no, I was too nice, and people took my kindness for weakness. I am just saying you cannot expect us. I was too nice last time. I was too nice. I was too nice. And therefore, I was too nice. I was too nice. I was too nice.
Hello, good evening.
Pastor Google.
Hi, good evening.
Yeah, yes, Pastor Google. Certainly no apology.
All right.
Why should he be this? Why should you try to defame him and then he must apologize to you? Huh? They have been trying this a very long time. You remember Landit and all this kind of thing?
Yep.
People are trying to dirty. I am a Tobaconian and I'm annoyed because you are trying to dirty a decent man character and it's not right at all. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, caller. So you're getting ready to leave in a short bit, but I'm taking your calls. Taking your calls, I'm taking your calls, I'm taking your calls. So you hear the lady say? You hear the lady say? I don't know, nobody. I don't know. We have a commissioner questionable. We have I don't know, and we, some of us just quiet, boy. Some of us just quiet. Like if we deserve what we getting here. Not me, Not the I, I ain't deserve this, Sorry to tell you. I do deserve this. At all. So we need to stand up. We need to stand up. And we standing with you, Dr. Rowley. We standing with you and we telling you, don't apologize. You have nothing to apologize for. Nothing to apologize for. Right? Nothing to apologize for. You ask a question and you are in your right as a citizen to ask a question. Number one and number two, we tell you one time, Doc.
Available prices. Breakfast and lunch, $1,000 per person. Breakfast only $700 per person. After payment due by July 31st. Meals by September 30th. Non-refundable payment plans available. For more info and double Christmas, call 713-4029. We outside Tobago Carnival Parade from October 24th to 27th. All courtesy Brown Eyes promotion. We do not own the copyrights for the song playing in the background.
So you heard that, right? Make sure and call them, make your bookings, not only for Tobago Carnival, but for right through, right? That is our second sponsor. That's our second person who saw the value in Constructive Talk and decided to advertise on Constructive Talk. So I need you guys to show them the same love, call them, and let them know that you're interested in renting one of their rooms or their villas or Right, I'm going to have her on the program very soon. She's going to be sharing her information with you. We can take some calls on 464-7003. Do you think that Dr. Rowley should apologize? Yes or no? Do you think that Dr. Rowley should apologize? Yes or no? What do you think? He should apologize? He shouldn't apologize? Yes or no? What is your view? Call me now, 464-7003. Alright, I hear people talking about they don't believe him. It's not true, that didn't happen. He lying. Then, even tell you how UNC is so confused, eh? There are some UNC supporters saying, oh, I don't believe him, he lying. Everything he did is not true, that would never happen, that don't happen so. One set saying that, the other set saying, hey, you gotta be careful. My God, look at what's going on with our former Prime Minister. Yeah, ting. The other one saying, applause to you, applause to you. Miss Sasai, you're doing it right here, you're working. Really. That's what it is, you know. All of them confused. And the leader saying, apologize. Right? We have a caller. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Hi, good evening.
The question is, apologize for what?
She is saying that he should apologize because what he should have done was he should have spoken to the relevant authorities first before he come out to talk.
Who is the relevant authority?
Yeah. He's supposed to talk. He's supposed to talk to the commissioner who pull away his security.
Listen to me. You see, up to now, they still cannot accept the fact that they are dealing with not a man of fluff, but a man of intelligence. Not just educated, but intelligent. He is a very astute person. Had he done that, what they are suggesting there, they would have made mass with that information. Because to meet with the commissioner would have been a sort of one-on-one or whatever through a phone call. By the time that had reached the public, I could tell you, Monday night forum would not have been cancelled.
Okay then.
They would have made mass with it. The thing about it is, the man came forward and gave an account of an incident or incidents involving him that took place. It happened not in Trinidad, but he named the places where it occurred. So he would be real brave to point fingers or to name islands that were involved in that matter and be able to stand up to the consequences of that. He's not mad, as they try to make us believe. He is not the liar that they are trying to make us believe that he is. He has given an account of an incident, of incidents, 3 occasions on which he was pulled aside and certain actions took place. All he did was to come now and give an account and ask them to state who would have given and allowed his name to be included on an Interpol list. Now, to tell me, the COP in response to that, saying that his name is not on a list, the COP mouth is a Bible. His mouth is a Bible. So I must not believe Dr. Rowley, but I must believe him.
Thank you.
I don't understand that. So he's saying that, so Dr. Rowley mad.
Yeah.
Dr. Rowley just decided to get up and say his name is on Interpol list. He looking for attention. So he don't know what else to do, so he do that. Listen, these people better get real, and as far as I'm concerned, their actions so far have led us to believe that what Dr. Rowley is saying is true. It is a truth because they have done some glaring things so far to stymie Dr. Rowley's progress his future where he is in retirement now. They do everything. And since he had the nerve to travel to England,
you cannot continue to...
we will show you that it ain't going to be so easy to travel after this. Yeah?
Yes.
So, don't worry with them.
Thank you.
Because just 2 weeks ago, he traveled to England with no hassle.
Yep.
And here he comes now. In 2 weeks subsequent to that, you being pulled aside and certain investigation. Come on. Everybody won yesterday morning. Look, listen.
Thank you very much, caller.
Okay, doctor.
Thank
you. Okay, I'm pastor.
Oh gosh. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Alright.
First and foremost, Dr. Rowley have no right to apologize for anything.
Right.
He should not apologize for anything.
Right.
In my opinion, if somebody think of my name, instead of I apologizing, I will be looking to kick their ass.
Hey, what's your language? Go ahead.
Yeah, I say ras.
Oh.
I say ras.
Yeah, go ahead.
Kick their ass.
Yeah.
All right. Secondly, up to this date, the Prime Minister ain't come out and address the nation concerning this state of emergency.
No.
A press release is not coming out and addressing the nation. I think she needs to apologize for that. And lastly, not forgetting our current police commissioner. He seemed to be a colossal failure from day one and politically compromised. That is my opinion.
Thank you very much.
I don't believe what we see in here is anything short of a flagrant dictatorship in the making.
Thank you very much, caller.
What kind of song to write for the year 2001? Should I compose a nation building song or just blaze them politicians? But when I hear Pan they get 19 seats and he run and give a speech of victory, I tell myself something wrong, so I compose this song for kinky head people like me, because I don't understand what's really happening. For years me Crooks and Panther was busting we liver string. Well, I honestly believe the message was loud and clear, but the results from the elections prove domestic breaking black man air they don't hear. So don't expect me to jam your Prime Minister. No, don't tell me I stopped drinking bush tea for your fever. I say no, don't tell me, cause you ain't do it once but you did it twice. Elections gone if you choose Barabbas in front of Christ. So if you notice your little daughter bringing home a grand, because Camilla said she do us.
Let me tell you something, eh? You see me?
And when
I stand in my position.
The man like more sexton.
Dr. Rowley have nothing to apologize for.
Cause I have nothing to say. My personal
and you know, tomorrow the morning poll. The morning poll on some other radio station tomorrow going to be if Dr. Rowley should apologize. And as the lady say, how we so sure what the commissioner saying is the truth? You have a right to question everything now with this government and with this commissioner.
I tried my best to put sense in black man head. The consequence I was not afraid. But when I see Keith and Daphne on TV, deep in my heart I felt betrayed. Cause I remember in 1998, I got chastised when I sing my song. But if I did like game, I would have take out she name and the
So I want to say thank you to all of you for being on the live this evening.
Maraj wouldn't say so.
Thank you all very much for sharing the live.
Me mouthy find that man.
Thank you all very, very much for calling and making your contributions on the live.
The black man, I'm not surprised because I've come to one.
But again, if you have a business that you want me to advertise for you,
Demise, yeah, wise.
You can contact me on 464-7003.
Because I know some of you vote for.
If I don't answer the phone, you can leave a voice note.
Don't tell me that they cancel the U.
Also, I want to say thank you to Yak and Friends for having their confidence in me to promote their emancipation program.
And I'm just like a criminal.
I say thank you all very, very much. Yak and Friends, Uhuru 7 is happening at City Hall, San Fernando this Saturday at 3 p.m. What I'm saying for watching something here on the phone. Yes, somebody won a ticket this evening. Somebody got messaging the phone to find if anybody won a ticket. Yes, a lady from back there won a ticket from this evening. And tomorrow, please God, I'm trying to get a lady from Sawa to win. I hope she calling early. Like how she calling early today to win. Alright. So again, we say thank you to Yak and Friends for sponsoring our first half an hour every day on Constructive Talk. Remember, you can call the number to get your tickets. Remember, it's a ticketed event. You can't get show by the door. So call the number, which is 684-1792, 684-1792, 684-1792. Those of you who live Port of Spain, wherever you're living, and if you can come down south for a nice Emancipation Day celebration program, which is happening this Saturday at City Hall at 3 p.m. Yak and Friends presents Uhuru 7. You have to be a part of it. And to my friend from Tobago, who sponsored the last half an hour. Yeah, the last bit of time here. Let's listen to this ad. Alright, so after this ad, I'm out. I want to thank all of you again for being a part of Constructive Talk this evening. It was a pleasure. It was a real pleasure. And I enjoyed every second of it.
Brown Eyes Promotion presents We Outside Tobago Carnival 3, October 24 to 27, an all-inclusive package, inclusive of breakfast, lunch, and accommodations. Smith Drive, Lowlands, Tobago, opposite Gull City Mall. Limited spots. Book yours now. Call 713-4029. Accommodation options: 1 bedroom with a kitchenette, 2 beds, up to 4 people, or 2 bedrooms self-contained, 6 people max, queen size, plus single beds. Check-in time 2:30 p.m. Check out till 9 a.m. Limited spots available. Prices: breakfast and lunch, $2,000 per person. Breakfast only $1,700 per person. Half payment due by July 31st. Pay off by September 30th. Non-refundable. Payment plans available. For more info and to book your spots, call 713-4029. We outside Tobago Carnival 3 from October 24th to 27th on courtesy Brown Eyes Promotion. Not under copyright for the song playing in the background. 11 a.m. Limited spots available. Prices with breakfast and lunch: $2,000 per person. Breakfast only $1,700 per person. Half payment due by July 31st. Pay off by September 30th. Non-refundable. Payment plans available. For more info and to book your spots, call 713-4029. We